and let's take a look at an $80,000 item that I did not originally intend and plan on building, and that is oh my goodness. What's going on, YouTube? We're back here at one of my storage facilities, and today I'm gonna be walking you through the construction that we're doing. So my drone active track is not working, so I'm going to fly you guys with me and talk you through this. Currently, give you an overhead view of what this is looking like. We got a lot of what we call site work going on, okay? So we're getting the site ready to put all the buildings down here. We have these storage units on both sides of us that were already here. You guys might have seen that in one of my prior videos. And this is a 16,500 square foot expansion where we're gonna be building 100 more units that will hopefully generate a little over $20,000 a month. The total cost of construction here is a little over $1 million between the site work, the buildings, and they're all gonna be climate controlled. And so what that effectively means is that I've gotta put in air conditioning systems. So total project about $1.2 million here. Walk with me as we take a look through this site. Now, you can see this area up through here and how this stair steps up. If you look at my buildings over here on this side, you can see that they do the same thing. That's what the finished product is gonna look like, and that's because we're building these storage units into a hill, right? So the storage units have different levels, we call them steps, and you'll see here on the site work side, they are currently building these steps in for the new buildings. You'll see here, I've got a stake, which is gonna be, I believe, the edge. No, I think this is the edge. This is the edge of one of the new buildings. So you'll be able to see that people will drive in, be able to access these storage units from this side, drive around, and you got 2 more buildings over here. So come on, take a look. Let's test my drone flying abilities. You'll see here that we got storage units here, storage units on this side, and storage units over here as well. So let's fly up here towards the top, towards my neighbor's property, and let's take a look at an $80,000 item that I did not originally intend and plan on building, and that is this stormwater pond that they are currently digging and put in. So the purpose of this stormwater pond, as you can see here, it's gonna be pretty deep, is to catch the water that comes in off of my neighbor's property. So you see these buildings that are up top up here? Let me point to them. These buildings up here, as the water comes down, before it gets to my site, it's gonna fall into this pond, which then in turn, I mean, this pond is massive, 7 feet deep. This is an $80,000 hole that I'm paying for. Somehow, some way, crazy amount of water is gonna be displaced, and effectively, my engineer put this in because as all this water comes down this hill, we wanted to catch as much as possible of it before it got into what is our pond on the other side down there, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But right in front of this pond, all the way across from all the way over here on this side, there's gonna be a building that's right where I'm running, that's at the top of this. It's gonna kind of serve as a fence. It's gonna go all the way about to where that white truck is. It's gonna be one of my longest buildings over here. And then on this other side, over here, I'm gonna have another building that goes all the way down to where that tractor is down there. So we'll have 5 total buildings. Again, kind of the ones that are right here underneath what you're seeing. These step up building pads. Right here will be one. Here's another drive aisle. So this will be the 3rd. That over there will be the stairs to the one that runs as the fence. And then we'll have 3 buildings right here. Let me see if I can take you guys up, kind of show you an overhead example here. So we're kind of facing north and south here. You'll see on this side over here, we'll have a building, and then there'll be another long building over the top of that. And then up where the pond is, and that will all flow down and into my existing buildings down here. Okay, so you can see this conduit right here by this tractor that I'm at. Let's come down. This conduit by this tractor that I'm at, you see we got some stormwater drains. And again, these stormwater drains are just to catch water as it flows down this hill. And that's really one of the most expensive parts of a project, is putting all of this in. Come on down here, drone. starting to get hot. I'm gonna put myself in the shade. What will be a culvert. So if you ever see in parking lots, you ever see like the drains on the top of parking lots, so it would flow down into something like this where the water can then run down to a former or an existing stormwater pond. Now I want to show you something, because again, I bought this site and it used to be paved. You come over here where I'm standing and looking, you can see that there's an old culvert right there from the old stormwater system. Do you see it? See it right in there? Kind of this, right there. There's an old stormwater drain. Unfortunately, we couldn't use any of that. We have this new corrugated pipe. So let's take a look at what this next pond is gonna look like. Fly over the top of me here. So here's my second pond and what it's gonna look like. It's not gonna be as deep, but it's gonna be much bigger. And this is at the bottom of the property. So all of the water will eventually end up down here. And the goal and intention is to make sure that all of this water doesn't flow onto the neighbors. So back when this thing used to be a piece of dirt, guess what? Right? All the water sank through. But when you add asphalt, or what's called impervious surface, then water doesn't flow through and it instead runs to your neighbors. So this is why you do things like stormwater ponds instead of just now overflowing your neighbors with water. Right, so this is my second stormwater pond. You can see they're putting rebar in there for the concrete, and you can see they're getting a lot of good work done. My neighbor also is happening to build right now as well. That silt fence is kind of the property line. And again, I'll have a building running all the way down through here, all the way up to the top up there where that tractor is and that stormwater pond. So excited to be able to show you guys this site work project as we're going through it right now. Ask any questions you have in the comments and I'll be happy to help you guys out. In the meantime, go out there and be great. See y'all.